The NBA has never seen anything like this before. 2 generations, 1 last name, and a story that's about to blow your mind. We're talking about LeBron James and his son Bronny, but not in the way you might expect. Everyone's been focused on them making history as the first father-son duo to play together in the NBA. But we've discovered something even bigger. After months of research and diving deep into the stats, we've uncovered evidence that might shock the basketball world. What if we told you that Bronny James isn't just following in his father's footsteps, he might actually be ahead of them? The same Bronny who got drafted 55th overall by the Lakers might be showing signs of being better than LeBron was at the same age. Sounds crazy? Just wait until you see what we found. Before starting, let's talk about what makes this comparison so special. We're not just looking at 2 players who happen to be related. We're looking at a father and son who are playing in the NBA together, something that's never happened before in league history. This isn't just about basketball stats. It's about watching a young player who's grown up under the spotlight, dealing with pressure most of us can't even imagine, and somehow turning that pressure into fuel for success. Think about it. From the moment Bronny picked up a basketball, everyone's been comparing him to his dad. Every shot, every move, every game has been watched and analyzed. Most players would crack under that kind of pressure. But Bronny, he's done something different. He's taken all those expectations and used them to build something unique, his own style of play that might just be perfect for today's NBA. Right now, you're probably thinking we've lost our minds. LeBron James? The same LeBron who's dominated the NBA for over 2 decades? The guy who's won 4 NBA championships, became the league's all-time leading scorer, and basically rewrote the basketball history books? Saying anyone might be better than LeBron, even his own son, sounds like basketball blasphemy. Just look at LeBron's career numbers. 28.4 points per game, 7.2 assists, and a shooting percentage of 49.7% from the field. These aren't just good stats. They're the kind of numbers that get you mentioned in the GOAT conversation. And here we are, suggesting that Bronny, who averaged 4.8 points in college, might be better? But here's where things get interesting. We're not comparing their achievements. We're not even comparing their current abilities. What we're looking at is much more specific, how they stack up at the same age, and understanding how basketball has changed over the years. When LeBron entered the NBA, the game was different. The teams played slower, 3-pointers weren't as important, and players usually stuck to one position. Today's NBA, it's all about versatility. Players need to shoot from anywhere, guard multiple positions, and make split-second decisions. Think about the best players in today's NBA. Sure, scoring is still important, but look at guys like Jokic and Doncic. They're changing the game with their ability to do everything well. They're not just scoring machines, they're making their teammates better, playing smart defense, and controlling the game in ways that don't always show up in traditional stats. That's why this comparison is so important. We're not just looking at who can score more points. We're looking at who might be better equipped for success in today's NBA. Before we show you our evidence, though, we need you to do something. Forget everything you think you know about both players. Because what comes next might just change your mind about what makes a basketball player truly great. We're going to start with something concrete, the NBA Combine measurements. When LeBron was measured, he came in at 6 feet and 7.25 inches, and 245 pounds with a wingspan of 7 feet and 1/4 inches. Those are monster numbers that helped him dominate from day one. Bronny, on the other hand, stands at 6 feet and 1.5 inches and 210.4 pounds with a 6 feet and 7.25 inches wingspan. On paper, it looks like an advantage for LeBron. But here's where modern basketball comes into play. The game isn't just about size anymore. ESPN's Paul Biancardi, who scouted both players in high school, points out something crucial. Bronny has inherited his father's basketball IQ and court vision, but he uses these skills differently. While LeBron was all about physical dominance and scoring, Bronny's showing a more sophisticated understanding of the game. Let's break down their high school performances. LeBron was dominating games with his size and athleticism. He'd take over games, scoring at will and making highlight reel plays. Bronny took a different approach. Playing with older, top-level talent in his freshman year, he showed something special, the ability to adapt and make his team better without needing to score 30 points a game. Looking at their early careers, we see this difference play out in fascinating ways. At USC, Bronny averaged 5.9 points, 2.9 rebounds, and 2.6 assists in 20 minutes per game. Now, these numbers might not jump off the page, but context is key. He's putting up these stats while playing against high-level college competition, and more importantly, showing elite defensive skills that don't show up in the box score. What's impressive is how Bronny handles pressure. Remember, this is a kid who's been under the microscope since he first picked up a basketball. Every game, every move, every decision has been analyzed and compared to his dad's. That kind of pressure has broken plenty of talented players. But Bronny, he's used it to fuel his development. When Bronny plays with his age group, he shows the same kind of dominance his father did, but with a modern twist. He's not just trying to overpower opponents, he's outsmarting them. He's making the right play, not just the spectacular one. And in today's NBA, that might be more valuable. Now, here's where everything we've been building up to comes together. The NBA draft combined performance that had the scouts' attention. Remember those physical measurements we talked about earlier? Well, Bronny showed that size isn't everything when he recorded a 40.5-inch vertical jump, landing him third best overall at the combine. But wait, it gets better. In the three-point shooting drill, Bronny knocked down 19 out of 25 shots, finishing second overall. This is where the comparison with young LeBron gets interesting. Bronny's already showing a more polished shooting touch than his father had at the same age. And during day 2, NBA scouts couldn't stop talking about his passing skills and defensive abilities. Let's really break down what happened there. Bronny was controlling the game. He was calling out defensive coverages before plays developed. He was making passes that showed he was thinking 2 steps ahead of everyone else. He was shutting down top prospects on defense. The professional comparisons started rolling in, with experts likening him to players like Drew Holiday, Davion Mitchell, and Derek White. What makes this even more impressive is the timing. Remember, Bronny had faced a serious health scare with a cardiac episode just months before. Most players would be focused just on getting back on the court. But Bronny, he came back stronger, more focused, and more determined than ever. He showed explosiveness with that vertical leap, shooting touch with the three-point display, and basketball IQ. That's the perfect combination for today's NBA. After looking at all the evidence, here's what we can say with confidence. While LeBron revolutionized basketball with his unprecedented combination of size, strength, and skill, Bronny might be showing us the future of the sport. He's got the athleticism, that 40.5-inch vertical proves it. He's got the shooting touch, better than his dad had at the same age. He's got the defensive mindset that's crucial in today's NBA. And most importantly, he's got that same legendary basketball IQ that made his father great. In today's NBA, where versatility and basketball intelligence often trump pure scoring ability, Bronny's skill set might actually be better suited for success than LeBron's was at the same age. He's not trying to be LeBron 2.0, he's showing us what basketball 2.0 looks like. And from what we've seen, the future looks bright. Think about it. In a league that increasingly values two-way players who can defend multiple positions, make smart decisions, and hit the three, isn't Bronny's style more valuable? What's most impressive is how Bronny's handled everything that comes with being LeBron's son. The pressure, the expectations, the constant comparisons. He's turned all of that into motivation to develop his own style. He's taken the best parts of his father's game and adapted them for modern basketball. Now it's your turn. We want to hear what you think. Are we onto something here, or have we completely lost it? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Are you Team LeBron or Team Bronny? And if you want more mind-blowing NBA analysis like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Trust us, you won't want to miss what we've got coming next.